What if I told you that sometimes losing everything could be the best thing that can ever happen to you? Now let me take you into the life of a man who had nothing, absolutely nothing, and yet he found a way to turn his darkest days into his greatest victory. Marcus is a 34-year-old, talented graphic designer who had it all. He had a decent paying job, a comfortable life, and a future that seemed bright. But then, like a storm that appears out of nowhere, everything crumbled. Without warning, the company downsized. He was out. One bad month turned into 3. His savings gone. And soon, as one missed rent payment became 3, then finally the eviction notice arrived. Just like that, Marcus found himself on the streets, homeless. Mother Teresa said, "When you have nothing left but God, you have more than enough to start again." Can you even imagine what it would feel like when one day you are living comfortably and had a well-paying, decent job, and the next you're under a bridge with your dreams and your self-worth crushed? Marcus woke up each morning to nothing but the cold, a constant reminder of his failure. It felt like the end. But in the depths of his despair, something stirred in Marcus. As he lay under that bridge, staring at the stars, he made a decision that would change his life forever. He wasn't going to let his circumstances define him. He wasn't going to let this be the end of his story. C.S. Lewis said, "You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending." Therefore, it is not how low you have fallen, but how high you can rise again. Marcus realized that while he had lost everything, he still had one thing left: his talent. With what little money he had, he bought a cheap laptop and started freelancing. He began designing logos, building websites, anything he could find. He worked day and night, accepting any job, no matter how small or insignificant. Like Marcus, it is what we do with what we have that makes all the difference. The genie is not in the resources you have, rather it resides in your resourcefulness. Winston Churchill advised, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." It was grueling. It was humbling. But every small step he took brought him close to rebuilding his life. Slowly but surely, Marcus went from barely scraping by to building a portfolio that caught the attention of bigger clients. Then, in no time, his dedication and hustle started to pay off. Fast forward a few years, and Marcus is no longer homeless. In fact, he's the CEO of a multi-million-dollar design company with clients from all around the world. He went from sleeping under a bridge to running one of the most successful design and branding firms in the country. Franklin D. Roosevelt said, "The only limit to our realization of tomorrow is our doubts of today." Without believing in himself and his talent and abilities, Marcus would have remained homeless. He would have wasted time. You must believe in yourself. When you are at the rock bottom, you are at the lowest of the depth of your adversity. The only positive direction is to climb up, climb out of the dungeon, climb out and get back in the game of life. Don't stay there at the rock bottom. Step out and step up your game. Climb up the ladder of persistence. Climb to life's mountaintop. Your freedom and kingdom are at the top. Climb out, climb up, and show up. The world is waiting for your re-emergence. But here's the most important part of his story. Marcus didn't wait for someone to rescue him. He didn't wait for the perfect opportunity to show up. He created it. He turned rock bottom into the foundation for a multi-million-dollar business empire. Chris Grosser said, "Opportunities don't happen, you create them." And if Marcus could rise from that, so can you. Because the truth is, it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. You might be facing your own storm right now, but within that storm lie the seeds of your greatest victory. Vince Lombardi said, "It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up." So don't wait for perfect conditions. Don't wait for someone to hand you an opportunity to build it. Create it. Fight for it. And when you do, the world will not remember how you fell, but how you rose. There seems to be a hidden but priceless truth about suffering in life. It is usually when you lose everything that you truly find yourself. But the seemingly unbearable pains in our sufferings blind us from discovering this divine truth. When life knocks you down and strips away everything familiar, it's not the end, it's the beginning. In those moments of brokenness, you have a choice. You either let the darkness consume you or let it ignite a fire within you. Marcus didn't let rock bottom define him, he used it as a launch pad. Adversity is not the enemy, it is the wake-up call that reveals your hidden strength, your untapped potential. What feels like the end could actually be the start of your greatest comeback. This is your moment, rise and rule the world. When you are at the rock bottom of life's adversities, don't wait for a miracle. You are the miracle. Marcus didn't wait for someone to save him. He took action, one small step at a time, and turned scraps into success. So don't sit on the sidelines waiting for the perfect opportunity. Get in the game. Start with what you have, where you are, and refuse to be defined by your setbacks. The world isn't going to remember how you fell, they're going to remember how you rose. So dig deep, push harder, and create your own opportunity. Your future is not something you wait for, it's something you build. And the best part? You have got everything inside you to do it. Peter Drucker said that the best way to predict the future is to create it. So what are you still waiting for? Go create the future you have always wanted. Dream big. Build global. Go make it happen. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and support our channel so that we can continue to make more videos for you. Check out our other videos, you're going to love them. God bless you.